AppMex is the proud sponsor of the Silverpicker YouTube channel, and Whatnot is the sponsor of today's video. Thank you both for your support.
Do you have an old cigar box like this one, chock full of old coins from your parents' or grandparents' world travels? Well, if you do, you definitely want to watch this video because some of those old dirty coins from all over the world could be your key to retiring early. Hello everybody, Silverpicker here, and in today's video I'm going to show you 10 coins from all over the world that sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. And then later in the video I'm going to give you some key tips to determining whether or not your old coins are worth millions of dollars or whether you best keep them in that old cigar box for another generation or two. The first coin we're going to look at is a very rare version of a really common coin, a Canadian half dollar. This coin is very common in most dates, but this one from 1921 is exceedingly rare. Most of the 1921 half dollars were melted down by the mint before they were released to the public. However, a whole bunch escaped the mint because they were reportedly sold to tourists who had visited the mint during that year. Maybe grandma or grandpa's souvenir from the mint will pay for your house because this one sold at auction for $240,000. While we're on the topic of coins that were sold to tourists or collectors straight from the mint, let's take a look at our second coin, an 1892 South African penny. This penny is a proof coin, which means that it was produced specifically for collectors using polished dies to make the coin shinier and nicer. Well, if you had grandparents, or more like great-grandparents that were into coins, they could have picked up this coin for $1 or $2, and today you could trade it for a brand new Lamborghini since it sold for $195,500. Look, the truth is, it's not likely that you have a coin like this just sitting in an old cigar box or sitting in your drawer, but it's not impossible, and that's the key point. And that's true about all of the coins on this list, especially the last one. Okay, now for coin number 3, let's head on down to Mexico. This gorgeous Mexican Libertad is rare because it's from 1824, the early years of the Mexican Republic. It's a chunky silver coin, but its value comes more from its condition and rarity because this coin sold for $96,000. Now before we continue to coin number 4, I need to give you 2 tips, 2 crucial pieces of coin collector advice. The first is do not clean your coins. If you're sitting right now watching this video with granddaddy's coin collection sitting in your lap and you're looking at it saying, man, these coins are a lot dirtier than the ones that Silverpicker is showing off that sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, I might as well clean them. Do not do that. Do not clean your coins, no matter what. If you clean an old dirty coin, it will reduce the value by over 90%. Leave them in their natural dirty condition, just the way collectors like them. You will thank me, trust me. And the second piece of advice is to help me help you on your coin collecting journey by downloading the Whatnot app and use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker. The link is in the description, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker. Now, if you didn't know, Whatnot is the sponsor of my channel, but it is an incredible live video auction platform for collectors by collectors. Essentially, bidders and sellers can come together in real time to buy and sell all sorts of cool collectibles. Now, of course, I'm buying and selling mostly coins and precious metals, but they have all sorts of collectibles from lots of different great sellers, including sports cards, trading cards, comic books, video games, even sneakers, and all sorts of other cool stuff. So you definitely want to check it out. And if you use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker, not only do you get access to the incredible platform for free, but you also get $10 in free Whatnot credit. And at all of my auctions, I make sure to put tons and tons of cool coins, all for less than $10, which means that you can use your credit that you get from using my link to buy free coins. You literally get free coins just from coming to my auction. So definitely download the Whatnot app, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker. Now, let's check out coin number 4 on our list. Now, number 4 is a coin that you very well could have if your grandfather served overseas in World War II. Number 4 is a 1912 1 peso peso coin from US-occupied Philippines. Now, of course, this is both a world coin and a US coin at the same time because it's from the era of the US occupation of the Philippines. Now, this coin sold for over $63,000. And it's, of course, a super rare coin and it's in phenomenal condition, but even if you have it in much worse condition, it's still probably a five-figure coin. Now, number 5 is the only gold coin I'm including on this list, even though there are tons of gold coins from all over the world that are worth tremendous amounts of money.
I love gold!
But most people's old cigar box full of granddaddy's coins doesn't contain gold. But some people's do, and you may be one of them. In fact, I'll tell you, I've been to a lot of different coin purchases where they'll say, yeah, I have a coin collection from my grandfather, but he wasn't serious about it, there's not much in there. Boom, I look at it, $25,000 worth of gold. So crazier things can happen, and you may very well have some. So number 5. Number 5 is a very rare version of a British £5 coin. It's a rare year, 1839. It's a proof coin, so it was made specifically for collectors, and it's in pristine PR66 star condition. So it's not surprising that you can basically retire from it after it sells for $1.5 million like this one did. Now let's be honest, even if your gold coins are not rare dates or from rare countries or anything like that, you're still in pretty good shape because gold is now almost $2,000 an ounce. Number 6 is a 1.5 ruble coin from 1836 from Russia, and this one is worth a pretty penny. So if your grandparents traveled to Russia back in the day, they could have picked one of these up and you could sell it today for $150,000. And yeah, I would take $150,000 over that creepy haircut any day of the week. Number 7 is a coin from another communist country, China, and this iconic silver coin is nicknamed the Auto Coin, and I just can't figure out why. Anyway, it's a truly gorgeous coin and it is rare, but would you pay the $168,000 that it sold for? So you could have a Chinese coin with a picture of a car on it, or you could have a Tesla Model 3, and a Mercedes-Benz SUV, and a mint 1965 Chevrolet Corvette, and still have enough money left over to buy one for your mother too. Number 8 is actually a set of 6 coins. It's a 1934 proof set from Australia. Now, you may be familiar with US proof sets like this one and sort of just dismiss them as sort of unsophisticated numismatic items that aren't worth all that much. But lots of different countries have produced these over the years, and some of them are worth big bucks. So definitely check your collection for these before you just dismiss them. Now, number 9 is actually the least valuable coin on this list, but you could still pay for an entire year's rent in New York City with this coin. And this is a key date 1843 coin from Brazil. And this bad boy sold for $29,900. I mean, come on, couldn't they just get it up to 30,000? Nice round number. But any case, this is an incredible coin, and it just goes to show you that there are rare, valuable coins from basically every era, from basically every corner of the globe. Now, before we get to coin number 10, the final and oldest coin on our list, let me tell you a little bit about what makes all of these coins worth so much and how you can tell if your coins have value or not. Now, this is a bit of an oversimplification, but there are 4 main things that go into determining a coin's value like this. And that is the metal that they're made from, the rarity, the popularity, and most importantly, the condition. So if you have a coin that's made of silver or gold, well, at bare minimum, it'll be worth at least as much as the weight value of the gold or silver contained in that coin. So for example, a teeny tiny little gold coin like this one, I mean, this thing is smaller than a dime, is already gonna be worth like $200 or $300. Now, the rarity of a coin can be determined by 2 factors: how many of the coin were produced, and how many of those coins still exist today. So let's take British pennies for instance. Let's say every year the British penny was produced in the millions, but in one particular year they only produced 10,000. So that particular year would of course be worth more than all the rest. However, if let's say another year where millions were produced, but for some reason almost all of them were destroyed or lost to the sands of time and only a few thousand still exist, well, those are also by default now rare and also would be worth a lot more than other more common dates. Now, the first two factors are objective matters, right? Whether the coins are gold or silver or not, and how many of them were produced in a particular year. The third is popularity, and popularity is a much more subjective measure, but it is real nonetheless.
I know about popular.
And what that means is that there are certain countries and certain types of coins and certain series that are more popular among collectors, and therefore the demand is higher, and that of course will bump up the price. So for example, US coins are way more popular than say like Polish or Serbian coins. So there's going to be higher demand for those coins than there are for the other ones. You're going to just have to get a sense of that by being in the world of numismatics, reading what you can, watching videos like this, and talking to other people in the community. And finally, condition. Condition is king, and condition is actually kind of a mix between an objective and a subjective measure. Now, why is it objective? Well, because coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 1 being a cruddy old coin and 70 being a perfect specimen. But whoever's assigning those grades, even among the top grading companies like PCGS and NGC, there's a lot of variety among graders. So to one grader's eye, you might have a coin that's mint state 60 and another one that'll say it's mint state 62. So there is a lot of objectivity and subjectivity in that matter. But the important thing to note in terms of value is that if you see a coin that's sold in the top grade in existence, let's say an MS65 or maybe even an MS70, the top grade possible, and it's sold for millions of dollars, well, the cruddy, corroded version of that coin sitting in your cigar box is probably not going to sell anywhere close to that. So keep those 4 factors in mind when you're going through your collection and trying to evaluate it and see whether or not you're going to retire off of it. And for number 10, the last coin on our list, it is the only ancient coin, and it is a Judean silver coin from 66 to 70 AD from what is today modern-day Israel, the Palestinian territories, and Jordan. Now, if your grandparents went on a tour of the Holy Land back in the day, it's not inconceivable that they went to a roadside stand or a souvenir shop or a shuk and ended up buying one of these coins and ended up having something that's worth, wait for it, over $1 million. Yes, this coin sold for over $1 million at auction, and it is totally possible that someone like your grandparents bought it on a trip to the Holy Land as a souvenir. Now, before we sign off, what do you do if you have a coin that you think is actually worth a ton of money? Well, you're already ahead of the game because you have me. Use me as a resource. Email me at thesilverpicker@gmail.com or message me on Instagram at thesilverpicker, and I will help you determine whether or not your coin is actually worth a tremendous amount of money or whether, you better chuck it out. Now, I do want to point out a lot of people have been kind of lazily sending me a bunch of images with just the words, "how much?" You gotta do some of your own research. Use the websites that I linked below, and only then, if you really think that you have something of value, message me, email me, and I will be more than happy to help you get that coin evaluated, authenticated, and graded, and then figure out a sales plan so you can make the most money out of that and retire in style. So that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got a lot more awesome videos in this series where you can find lots and lots of really valuable coins worth tons of money hiding in your pocket change or in that old cigar box. So check out the playlist linked below, and if you want, hit the subscribe button because I make videos like this every single week and there's lots and lots to learn. While you're down there, hit the like button. Takes a second, means the world to me. And like I said, I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out. A huge, huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. I have patrons from all over the world, just like the coins sitting in Granddaddy's cigar box. And if you would like to become a patron and have not yet done so, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in our private Discord server.